Hello student. Here previous session we have discussed about the few question, but few question is still left to solve. So the question is left to solve, that is explain the different types of primary memory we are having. That is a very long question. Cache, and along with that there is a cache memory. What is cache memory is there? So cache memory here also I have explained, but in the previous, in the MCQ open, there is a short type part also, there is a definitions of the cache memory also given. You can have a look on it. Okay, so first of all, if you consider the main memory, okay, so main memory can be divided into two ways, that is read only memory and random access memory. So these are the two types of primary memory or the main memory we are having. Now we will explain, as it is a long descriptive type questions, we have to explain all the part. So random access memory, it is a volatile type of memory. Okay, so wherein the memory losses it contains when the power is switched off. The process reads the instruction and data from it, and writes the data and instruction are loaded into the RAM from external hard disks, and the process the data for store backup. So actually the random access memory also can be divided into two different parts. Okay, what are those? That is one SRAM and another one is DRAM. Okay, SRAM stands for static random access memory and DRAM stands for dynamic random access memory. Okay, so static memory, static RAM is actually made up of transistor used in the memory. Okay, and there's a constant power flow is needed to keep it alive. The data remains static in the memory and there's no refresh is needed at any point of time. Okay, but in case of dynamic memory, it is capacitors are used in this type. Okay, it tends to lose the energy gradually over a period of then, so main memory are cost higher than the other memory, but it's lesser than the registers. Okay, and then you will more add another parts like DRAM RAM is there, then ROM classification also you will write, that is ROM can be divided into different parts. Okay, PROM, EPROM, EEPROM, UVPROM. Okay, that is it's not present over here. You will also mention this classifications of the read only memory. We have to mention in the both the ways. Okay, now we will talk about the next question, that is question number 6, that is what is MICR. Okay, so MICR is actually it's a technology I have explained. So first of all you have to explain the MICR full form, with which technology it's used for, that is a magnetic ink character recognition technology is used here that to able to recognize the text that is printed on the document. So especially to process the larger volumes of checks in the banks we have used it, because there's a special type of characters written over here that is having the account number, different details of a banking details are present over there. So using this MICR devices we can identify those texts and we can read the information what is engraved over here. Okay, next, what is the utility of registers? So registers are the type of computer memory used to quickly accept and store and transfer the data and instructions that are being used immediately by the CU register. Okay, used by the CPU and often termed as a processor register. So processor registers may hold an instructions or storage address or any data. Okay, so the computer need processor register for the manipulating data and a register for holding memory address. So register holding memory location is used to calculate the address of the next instruction. In this way the operation is taking place. So the next question is write down the short note on the floppy disk. So floppy disk, as you know, so floppy disk is a magnetic storage medium for the computer system. So the floppy disk is composed of a thin flexible magnetic disk sealed in a square plastic carrier. In order to read and write the data from a floppy disk, a computer system must have a floppy disk drive, that is FDD. A floppy disk is also referred as simply as a floppy. So since earlier days, the personal computing, floppy disks are widely used for the distribute the software, transfer of files, and create backup copies of the data. When the hard drives were still very expensive, floppy disks are also used to store the operating systems of the computer. So different types of floppy disks has been developed. The size also floppy disks are got smaller, and the storage capacity also increased day by day. Okay, so the next is what do you mean by the impact printer? So impact printer is a type of printer that works directly in contact with an ink ribbon with a paper. A metal or plastic head strikes the ribbon, where and the ribbon are pressed against the paper. Okay, so the main questions that we need to learn, that is the difference between these two, is very very important. So impact printer produces the character and graphics in a piece of paper by striking it, so that's why it's called impact printer. And a non-impact printer is a type of printer that produces the character and graphics on a piece of paper without striking. In case of impact printer, it prints the hammering and a sets of metal pin on a character set, and in case of non-impact printer, it is printing instant by depositing ink in any form. So it is an electromechanical device, it is non-electromechanical device. So impact printer is fastest speeds around 250 words per second, and here the slowest speed is 1 page for 30 seconds. Okay, having banning noise of needle is coming from the impact, but here is no noise is produced in case of non-impact printer. So examples: dot matrix printer and decibel printers are the example of the impact printer, and non-impact printers are the inkjet printers. Okay, laser printers are there. Now the next questions we are having. The next questions we are having, that only two questions, that what is the functions of ALU and CU and what is the necessary. So first of all, we read the functions of the ALU first. So ALU will fetch the instructions whenever it's required. It is also carry out the calculation works, indication, addition, subtraction, this kind of operation is there. It will carry that one. Also it will do the logical operations like and or not, compare, that's there. And comparison of data, some data is getting then or another data or not, that okay equals to or not equals to or not. So this kind of a comparison also can be done. Okay, store the process data, whatever after processing some data is coming, it also store this process data. Now it's coming back to the CU function. CU function is actually controlling the supervisions. Okay, whatever job is there, the job of a supervision is to where the data will be coming, where the data will be go, so it will do that. And also the activate the memory location to read the data and the instructions for the main memory CPU. You issue the control signals to activate the memory location. Decode instruction, whatever instruction is coming and given by the user to the computer, that is in a coded format. We need to decode it and we need to understand it, because computer only understand the machine level language, that's why. Okay, general write signals, that after processing the data we need to write it somewhere for the storing purpose. So write signal they have generated, and it will control the coordinations between memory and the different input devices. It is why it is necessary to use the magnetic disk. I have again saying it is actually magnetic storage media is primarily as a hard disk we have widely used to store the computer data as well as the audio video signals. So in this field of computing, the term magnetic storage is preferred, and in the field of audio video productions is also commonly used. That's why we require these things. Okay, so chapter explanation is over. In the video lecture session you will get the PDF, so please read the PDF. Thank you student, I'm ending my lecture over here.